Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. And as starting the report, there is a song that comes in. How deep is your love, right? But it doesn't only love takes it with this. I know that the current energies, Venus is basically like left alone. It's like, you're in a relationship, but are you feeling the love? Maybe you're in a separations and so on and so on. But you're feeling that something is not quite there. How can you feel the love when you have to work on something much more important? Finding your true self. All right. A lot of it's coming up and going on because the sun is entering Scorpio. It squares Pluto. It squares Jupiter. It's opposing Chiron. And this is kind of like gonna be, an energy that it's gonna go away in about a few days, but it's gonna take about pretty much good. I'm talking about pretty much a good week. That energy of the sun to stop squaring Pluto. Our evolutionary soul. It started there. It started with Pluto. Pluto is the unseen. He's the ruler of a Scorpio. And right now, Pluto is where? At Aquarius. Going upstairs in the universe, in the higher realms. What did you bring it down? And now, as Pluto is direct, we're going to see that Pluto is like, do you remember and that energies have already been there. I told you, you to evolve. Did you evolve? Did you look at this? You continue making the same mistakes and so on. And now with all these energies that we are having, we're going to have what? Well, we have the Sun, Mars, Lilith, Mercury, the true Lilith, and the Moon. They're going to be at where? At Scorpio, right? A lot of investigations, a lot of things that happens in the shadow, and guess what, you're only guessing it, you're only feeling it, and it's like everything inside of you, it's telling you something is not right. Hello Miguel, hello A. And now with all these investigations is what you're going to be investigating, right? This is going to be some very beautiful in a way, because that is the only way, you can find your true self, right? Can you find your true self? But as we continue with the story about the inner child, right? The seed that you are in there, the things that you are going, right? It's like you have to find the light within. See, inside of the seed, okay, he's got this core. When he gets what? Moisturized. The shell, it's get breaking off. And now the seed that is been protected in there, it's soaked up and it's getting in there. And then the seed find its core. And that core begins to sprout, trying to come out in there. And this is what's going to happen in about a week right now, right? But the resistance of that shell, okay, we're going to start feeling it. Hi, be mindful about dealing with people, with bosses particularly. I'm continue telling you, because everyone is going to be feeling those energies. Everyone is going to be particularly like Jupiter squaring Chiron, right? You may going to see some certain people taking things personally, a lack of maturity, lack of common sense, I would say, in a way. And we're going to see these energies, and later on at 8 o'clock, the moon, it's going to be already start moving into Sag. It is going to be about like, let's be friends. Let's find these communications, because wherever we are going, we're not going in the right directions. So you're gonna see that you're gonna be turning to what? To philosophy, to psychologies in a way, of inspirations, books, video materials. So like there's gotta be something to, because I don't have drive. What is the drive? Venus is the drive, the love, the emotions there, right? You don't have the drive, Mars is not gonna be active, right? This is like a male and female. If the female doesn't feel the love towards the masculine is gonna be like, I cannot act. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is going to be some very interesting moments, because we're going to see that Venus is going to be having her divine energies with the North Node. And now it's about coming to sense, right? So now the energy from spirit goes to the mind, to the process, goes down into emotions. Emotion creates energies. The energy creates the magnetism. And now everything is beginning to what? To be find out the truth about who? You. Okay? And about you. What do you feel? How do you feel? So you feel, and so on and so on. Right? But you're looking for what? The future. Because you see what happened in the old ways, so there has to be a what? The new ways. All right. Talking about 9 o'clock energies, we're going to see the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio, very close to Mars. Mars is going to come out in the next hour. With this, the moon opposing together with the true Lilith Uranus. This is going to be some big one, because you want your things to happen. You want your way. You like the comfort zone. You like everything. And the universe says like, but you are buried into the ground. You are not you are uncomfortable there. But we put you in there so you can grow up. And now we're gonna start seeing that whatever you're trying to do, if it's not supported by the universe, it's not gonna happen. It's kind of like you banking against let's say like a 2 meter thick metal titanium wall, and the universe says no, 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 right? Why? Because it says like it's not the right thing. I'm gonna send you back into the material things. You're gonna be figuring things out about the material process within yourself. And 10, you're gonna go direct, and I'm gonna be guiding you for the last time, because later on I ain't not coming back into Taurus. I'm gonna be working and establish the proper set of communications. First within you, but that is gonna lead you to communications with others. 3-year-old, but just because you are not a 3-year-old, that doesn't mean that the lesson that you didn't learn as a 3-year-old, how to communicate in the society, how to communicate properly and behave properly with others, it's still, you have to look at it inside within. Hi, keeping it on going at that, the investigations is gonna come out. It's like, okay, I need to dig in, right? This is going to be the energy coming out, and the ascendant is going to be at the event horizon. All of a sudden, it's like somebody comes in. It's like, you know what? Instead of being all this and why just not look within you? You're saying all this stuff and all that things. And, oh, good, great. But can you look at you? Anytime you point a finger, towards somebody, there is 3 fingers pointed towards you. And that's what you should start take a look at within this. And as the moon, it's moving into Sag. This is also the collective, what? The collective psychology. Okay, this is the collective philosophy, right? And now within this energies that it's going to be coming in, we're going to see some like what I call kitchen psychology, okay? The psychologists have a term called kitchen psychology. That is when you are feeling down and you call someone who knows the best, and now you're discussing all these situations, at the kitchen table. Instead of going out, do your research, talk to the proper professionals, digging it more with deeping it within you, and so on and so on. Um, Now we're gonna see some of those, but be mindful whether they may going to lead you, right? Because you see, you want to have this kitchen psychology with someone who's been there, who've done that, lived it, relived it, and now they're sharing their experience with you. You cannot get advice about money with someone who is more broke than you. Cannot get advice in a relationship someone who doesn't have a stable relationships. You cannot get informations about spiritual relationships with someone who has not been there. And now, where is your soul standing at? And this is going to be some of the times that you're going to find out. I have to dig in about the soul. Um, a lot of the things is gonna come out because we are gonna see that in about tomorrow the moon is gonna be squaring the north node, and here is again this skipping step is gonna come out, and you're gonna get a warning today. Don't skip things, right? The question is are you gonna be making it? Because see, today's gonna come the warning, tomorrow's gonna come the test, and if you skip the step, guess what's happening? This is like your boss is coming in and it says like, hey, make sure this machine or this email or this document, this presentations is ready. And you're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it. And you're not doing it. And it comes tomorrow and you're like, oh crap, what happened? Right? Because your mind was somewhere else. Right? So you need to pay more attention to those little signs because there is this little saying, even the small stones can turn over the card. Okay? So be mindful about those. All right. In the next hour, the inner work is going to be more focused within the authority. That's going to be at Scorpio, right? Detective ships, all the investigation ships, and so on and so on. You feel in the darkness. You feel like, oh my God, everything is went to crap. The world is not right. The authority is not good. I don't know what to thinking about it. Cannot be changed because now the authority, the sun, is T-squaring the Jupiter and Pluto. In astrology, this is a skip step. Skip step of transformations and growth, lack of maturity. And guess what happens? You skip so many things in life, and now you're skipping to evolve in a soul. But that evolution in soul, I mean, what? Well, you're gonna die here, the way you are, then you're gonna come back. You're gonna face the same things, then you're gonna come back and face the same thing. Aren't you get tired of doing the same thing over and over without different results? It's called insanity, by the way. So when you look at it inside of you, it's like, okay, what should I do? And Mars says like, grow up. Embrace the shadow within, but grow up. And we're gonna see when are they going to meet. I'm talking about the Sun and Mars. And they're going to have some beautiful, beautiful conversations there. Okay? And we talking about that they're going to be catching up. Okay? They're going to be catching up, but not now. They're going to be catching up in about few months. Okay? More particular about like 3 months from now. All right? So, stay tuned on to this. All right. The next hour, this is going to be Mars. Mars is going to be talking to you. That is going to be where the inner work is connecting up here. And there it is. That's Mars. Yeah, that's the midheaven. That's Lilith, Mercury, the true Lilith. And we have the moon. It's already at Sag. But now we have a Jupiter It's time to grow in the earth, in the family. He has to come down and learn the lessons, have a new visions, and then action times will comes in. Okay? But he has to grow. Jupiter is the growth. He's the doubler, right? He's the biggest planet. Okay? He's Zeus. But people who are going against Zeus, guess what? They're not going to gain anything in there, right? So if you have any situations that you need to decide that you don't want to grow, Pluto's gonna comes in and says like, I'm gonna put you in a situation that you have to grow. So if you want to figure out things out right now, particularly with this, go to the places that feels uncomfortable. Follow that path. Okay? Because all of a sudden you're gonna find that everything that was comfortable, it's gone. It's gonna go away. It's kind of like a losing in there. You're gonna feel like, oh my God, what is this shift? It's the shift with purpose. And that's what Pluto does. And a lot of the astrologers, we know that Pluto is the bad guy, right? Okay, together with the Mars and Saturn, they're the bad guys, right? Because they're removing these comfort zones, right? They create these internal laws, and then we have to study, which is Saturn comes in, right? And Pluto is screwing up our, views of things. And it's like, oh, no, I like the old ways, and everything is good because I feel comfortable. And Pluto says that, no, you're not here to feel comfortable. You're here to evolve. Get to work. And that's what Pluto's going to do. We are talking about 3 o'clock. Pluto is going to comes out in the ascendant and he's going to say, I'm working with Uranus. I'm telling Uranus right now, hey, we need to redo things into the material world. We have to make these transformations. Okay? They're a very beautiful energy, even though that Jupiter is, Uranus is coming out from Gemini because he's a retrograde and he's going to go back to Taurus. He's okay with Saturn and Neptune, and he's okay with the moon and the inner work. So now the moon is going to come in and start getting you to this self-talk about it. You're going to express certain things to people. Now they can kind of like guide you. Particularly if this is what we call it, the elders. But who the elder is. You're going to feel that you have to connect to the elder. Something older, or something that has that experience. You're tired of, all this immaturity and all this childish adults, right? Then you cannot do anything about it. You try, you're making contract, and all of a sudden, guess what? They're gone, and they're not there. They cannot keep their words. The actions doesn't match, right? And now the moon in there is like, okay, I seen it. And then you're gonna see there's some little bit of that energy is also in you. That energy that you need to purge, right? And that purging is gonna be happen what? With investigating the reasons. And this is why the sun in the Scorpio is gonna be a beautiful in a way. All right, keep on going. This is going to be at 4 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be at Pisces. We're going to start looking to the psychology. That is going to be trigger some things because this is going to trigger Uranus and it's going to trigger the moon. We're talking about the duality as on squares. And you're going to have the duality. You're going to have the shadows of a doubt. You're going to have some things in there. Okay? But that is determining where you need to go. Okay, I said this before. There's nothing wrong you to check out with the psychologist or someone who understands psychological problems. The wrong thing is not doing anything, and the wrong thing is to go and try to share it with the person who has the same issues, and they don't even know how to deal with it. And you think that, okay, kitchen psychology works. Hi, 5 o'clock. We are gonna have a Saturn and Neptune. It's coming in. Karmic situations, karmic lessons into the soul, right? We're gonna feel another kind of like energies because right now, what? Neptune is in Pisces already. We're gonna feel like, oh my God, the life is gone. I'm back to the dead because this is the last degree, the last minutes of there. Hi, Stephanie. Glad to see you here. Because see, Neptune is at 29 degrees, 57 minutes. This is like a 3 minutes in Pisces. This is the moment when the people who are just about to left the physical existence, okay, they review everything. And then the body just dies, the heart stops, okay, and everything. And now is only left the soul. And now Neptune is coming and tells you, hey, I'm going to give you this moment to know how does it feel so you can do the things right. Okay? And that is the end. Yes, exactly, Stephanie. It's the end. People feel like the end is coming, the world's going to crumble, and all these things, and so on and so on. And all the fears, right? You know who is the most fear? Scorpio. May look like it's not, but they are. Okay? They fear from one thing, to be alone. They cannot be alone by themselves. They have issues with that. Because they are not created in there. They're created to have things with others. And for them is how deep is your love in intimacy level in a way. How they can operate with material things with other. How they can bring this relationship from Libra and bring it even higher. But they know in order to bring it higher, it has to go deep. They know one secret. When you're a seed, you have to grow and become a tree. That is a Scorpio. Hi, we're talking about 6 p.m. The inner work is going to be at Capricorn. That's going to be square Venus. Of course, the love, what the love is in there. But the ascendant is going to be at Taurus. And that's going to be some divine energies with the moon. The moon is going to be like, okay, I have to put the divine energies to the earth. Why? For generations and generations and generations, ever since that the world has been, Mother Earth has been producing food. Now the moon is looking at what? How can I produce my food? Well, you have to go to the ground. You have to prepare the ground. You have to earth it. You have to clean it, declutter from all the thorns and everything. Remove the stones, make it, fertilize it. Right? Prepare it for what? For spring. Right? And this is what most of the people don't have. They don't have a land. And they don't know how to farm it. They don't know how to take care of it. And now the moon is like light bulb, and it sends it to the soul. Okay? All right. Talking about these energies of the soul, this is going to be some very kind like interesting moments because right now the ascendant is going to be with Uranus and the divine energies of the sun is like, man, I gotta better listen to the universe. You're going to know that. You have to do that because in the yacht, okay, here is the apex and that is the sun here, okay? So we have the Virgo side coming in here. The logic, what it needs, the reasoning, the perfections and anything, right? And you have that apex here, that's the tip, the top of that yacht. Then we have the Scorpio side. And now the sun, right here with that Scorpio side, in the bottom is Uranus. It's like, hey, don't do crazy stuff, but start listen. I'm gonna be reprogramming yourself in the material world. You better do the things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to change you. I'm gonna move you to a different place. I'm gonna pushing the things so you can move. And some people is gonna be moved. They're gonna be forced to move somewhere, someplace. Okay? And you're not gonna like it. Why you're not gonna like it? Well, the moon, here is it. We're talking about Uranus and this beautiful green light with the sun. But you know what? Uranus is opposing the moon. Is your emotions like it? This that you have to go back like in a stone age. You feel like it's in a stone age. Have to go back into the stone age, and you have to earth the ground, and you see like yourself with, earthing the ground, and you put the seeds, and so on and so on, and it's like, oh, is that way I have to make my food? Somebody does this work for you to have that food on the table, right? And that's what Uranus wants to reminding us about it, to respect it, right? Yeah. All right. We're talking about right now about 8 p.m. The inner work, it's going to be an Aquarius. This is going to be some, in a way, good energies with Venus. Is going to be putting the love in there, right? Now, right now, Venus is looking at only for like, I want to see my future. I'm putting the love towards my future, thinking about more like investment. Okay? And Venus is going to be there. Venus is going to meet the North Node. And here is this yacht made it from Leo and Libra into Pisces. Creation and balance in the spirit. That's what this is. But what is the resolution? Virgo. And now we have the South Node. Okay? So we have to go back to go forward. And that's what people don't realize it. All right. Talking about 9 o'clock is about the family. The ascendant is going to be going into Cancer. Midheaven is going to be at Pisces. Very beautiful energies, because this is going to be reminding about the sun. It's like, hey, keep your emotions, keep the beauty. You may going to feel like a little bit where the love comes within you, and all of a sudden you don't know where it comes from. It's not from other people. It's coming from you. The self-love within yourself. And now you're beginning to love yourself because you're understanding the paths that you need to go to. Right? You're understanding the principles that comes in. Yeah, emotionally, you're not going to like it. You see this. It's like, oh my God, this duality, it's killing me. Some of you with that particular moments of as the moon is going to be doing with this, you're going to start feeling like what I'm doing. Okay? Yes. Good job, Stephanie. And tomorrow we're going to see as that the moon is going to become any challenge of that. But right now, it is the one thing you need to be sure. Don't oppose what the universe has for you. In the first things, it may looks like you're moving from the downtown in the sound, and you're going back into the farm, right? You have to think about it. Maybe the universe has something else. It's called freedom for you. All right. Because Uranus wants you to be free so you can be out in the space, right? People with Aquarius, they understand, they like, Captain, ready my ship, right? I get you. I'm with you on that point. All right. 10 o'clock, we're going to have some ascendant very close to Jupiter. Very beautiful energies with the North Node. Venus is gonna be a little bit feeling the pressure. Is like I didn't get that family situation. I didn't learn from that family, and I don't know what is this my relationship, because in my family there was no great relationship. But despite that, this is gonna be just a momentary. It's gonna be about 20 minutes energy in there, and then it's gonna go away. Okay, but it's enough to understand and points out in there and so on for it. Darling, it's not about you. It's just the energies, the way it's described. Okay, trying to put it in a perspective here, because on the next, this skipping step from the sun is just, yeah. But thank you. I'm not getting red. All right. All right. What are you gonna do? Big questions. What are you going to do? Okay. Here you are. This is the energy comes into you. It's 11 o'clock. So now the sun, the authority, is trying to skip the growth and the transformations because of unhealed wounds from Chiron. And that big red line with Chiron here, it says like you need to grow, you need to mature. And now Jupiter says, go to the universe, go to Saturn and the inner work with the visions, go and transform. That transformations is going to go back to the universe. It's going to come back to me. And then that energy, I'm going to send it to Saturn. And now, I don't want to twist it, but right here, it's called angel wings. We also have this beautiful kite in a way up here, right? And who's the benefit? Mars, Lilith, and Mercury. Because there, in the shadow, is what? Everything that you need. Okay, guys? So that's all I have for you, and I'm going to be giving you what's happening in the beginning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Exactly. As I said, the moon is going to be squaring the north node. It's called skip step. But there is a lot of skip steps. The sun trying to skip things of the growth. The moon tries to skip steps for the future. And here it's Pluto. It says like, you have to change. You have to grow. And goes in directions and pushing forward, moves. We're gonna feel that energy. Because guess what? Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. Right? They're not personal planets, they're collective planets. So they're gonna put the collective pressure on everyone to resolve personal situations. Good luck to us. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. So the black moon currently is in together with Mars. Tomorrow, they're probably gonna be really, really very close to each other because they're only 1 minute apart. And here is that some of the people cannot handle that, because usually that energy of Lilith and Scorpio and Mars, this is like a very interesting bond in there, because Lilith is at home and Mars is at home and Mercury is there, and it's a beautiful communications, and there's going to be a lot of talks about what? Underworld. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and come back tomorrow for an astro gravitational report.